How many wolves does it take to kill a warden? And can thousands of bees defeat the wither boss? Here are 34 crazy experiments you need to know. Can chicken parachutes work? Chickens fall slowly in Minecraft. So, can they slow your fall too? I tested it by jumping off a cliff with a chicken and it doesn't work. But here's a tip. Use a slow falling potion and you'll get the effect you're looking for. Can you MLG with a nether portal? Did you know it takes 4 seconds to enter a nether portal? This means you'd need to build a really tall portal to MLG. I tested it by jumping from the top into the portal. The result? You'll enter the nether but still die when you arrive. How many armored wolves to defeat the warden? Let's find out. I started with 5 armored wolves. No luck, the warden crushed them. How about 15? Still not enough. Exactly, with 20 armored wolves, we managed to take down the warden. That's the minimum you'll need to win. Did you know this about piglins? If you throw a diamond chestplate to a piglin, it will wear it. But if you give it a gold chestplate after that, it will replace the diamond one. Now what happens if the diamond chestplate has the curse of binding? Let's test it. Turns out, the piglin can't take it off and it will just hold the golden chestplate instead. What happens when dripstone and water combine? As we all know, falling onto dripstone will kill you, but water will save you. So what happens if you combine both in one spot? The answer depends on your version. In Minecraft Java, water protects you, but in Bedrock, it doesn't. You'll still die. How to make a water world? You can create a water world by using the water preset in a flat world. If you replace some areas with air, the water will automatically refill them. It's so satisfying to watch. Can you make a nether portal underwater? To light a portal, you need fire from a flint and steel, but it doesn't work underwater. That means in survival mode, you can't light it. However, in creative mode, you can use the /setBlock command to activate the portal, even underwater. Can you activate an end portal underwater? Unlike nether portals, end portals can be activated easily underwater without any issues. Just place the Eyes of Ender and it works perfectly, even in water. Will mobs attack villagers protected by Dripstone? Let's test it with a Vindicator. The Vindicator can detect the villager but can't attack it because of the Dripstone blocking its path. What about pillagers? Dripstone has gaps that are perfect for shooting bows or crossbows. Because of this, pillagers can still attack through the gaps in the dripstone with their crossbows. What happens with trapdoors? If you surround a villager with trapdoors, a Vindicator will try to attack but can't land a hit. Instead, it falls right through the trapdoors. What about magma blocks? If you surround a villager with magma blocks, a Vindicator will still attack and kill the villager easily even while taking damage from the magma blocks. And finally, what if you surround a villager with rails? The Vindicator will detect the villager but won't be able to reach them. The rails stop the Vindicator's movement completely. Looks like rails are an unexpected but effective defense. The Ender Dragon can destroy almost any block it passes through, except for blocks that are naturally part of Minecraft structures. It can destroy lava, water, and even bedrock. But what about the Nether portal frame? Will the Ender Dragon teleport to the Nether? Surprisingly, the Ender Dragon won't teleport, but it will destroy the Nether portal frame as it flies through. What happens if you break a shulker box with netherite into lava? If you destroy a shulker box containing netherite ingots in lava, the shulker box will burn, but the netherite won't. This can cause a lot of lag and might even crash your PC as the netherite items keep floating in lava indefinitely. What happens if you burn a chest full of shulker boxes with netherite? Let's test it. If you fill a chest with shulker boxes containing netherite and burn it in lava, the chest and shulker boxes will be destroyed, but the netherite remains. Surprisingly, my PC didn't lag or crash this time. It handled it just fine. What happens if you burn a villager near water? You might think the villager would run into the water to save itself, right? Well, you're wrong. Villagers are too panicked and just run around aimlessly, ignoring the water completely. What about the wandering trader? Unlike villagers, the wandering trader is smart enough to run into the water when it catches fire. Looks like traders know how to save themselves. Can you spawn 2 iron golems by building up and down? As we know, iron golems can be created in any direction, up, down, or even lying flat. But what happens if you build 1 up and 1 down at the same time? Unfortunately, only 1 iron golem will spawn. No double golems here. What happens if you give poison to a silverfish? When poisoned, silverfish become expert diggers and multiply rapidly. But what if you build a structure with infested blocks and poison them? Turns out, out, Silverfish can destroy the blocks incredibly fast, causing massive destruction and potentially crashing your PC. What happens if a baby villager gets struck by lightning? When a villager is struck by lightning, it transforms into a witch. But if a baby villager gets struck, will it become a baby witch? The answer is no. A baby villager struck by lightning will instantly transform into an adult witch. What happens if you make a cross-shaped nether portal? Nether portals can be built in large sizes, but what happens if you create a cross-shaped portal? Will both sections light up? Unfortunately, only one part of the portal will activate. What happens if you throw an ender pearl and enter a portal? If you throw an ender pearl and then go through a portal, you won't teleport back immediately. However, when you return to the overworld, you'll teleport to the spot where the ender pearl landed. Can 1 pixel of water save you from fall damage? By stacking chests in a certain way, you can create a single pixel of water. But can it save you from fall damage? Let's test it. Surprisingly, 1 pixel of water is enough to save you from fall damage. What about 1 pixel of cobweb? If you jump from a great height onto just 1 pixel of cobweb, can it save you? Turns out, yes, a single pixel of cobweb is enough to break your fall and save you from fall damage. What about 1 pixel of honey block? Can 1 pixel of honey block save you from fall damage like water and cobweb? Surprisingly, yes, just 1 pixel of honey block is enough to stop fall damage and save you. Can lava save you from fall damage? You might wonder if lava can save you like water, cobweb, or honey. Unfortunately, lava alone won't save you. You'll still take fall damage and die. But here's the surprising part, lava slows down your fall. If you place it high enough, the reduced speed can save you from fall damage. Can a cauldron drown you if you shrink? If you shrink yourself to a very small size using the /attribute command, you might think a cauldron could drown you. Surprisingly, even when you're tiny, a cauldron won't be able to drown you. What happens if you throw a trident with loyalty, but your inventory is full? You might expect the trident to return to you, right? Surprisingly, the trident will keep following you wherever you go as long as there's no space in your inventory. Can thousands of bees kill a wither? The wither is one of the toughest bosses in Minecraft with thick health, while bees are fragile and can easily die. But what happens if there are thousands of bees? Surprisingly, thousands of bees can actually defeat the wither boss. Can a vertical end portal be activated? If you create an end portal vertically, will it activate? Surprisingly, with the correct placement and orientation, you can activate the end portal. However, it won't form inside the frame, it will appear above it instead. If you want to create a truly vertical end portal, you can install the Random Portals mod. With this mod, you're not limited to the usual placement. You can make end portals vertically or even upside down, facing downward. Can an end portal destroy Bedrock? Bedrock is unique in Minecraft. It's indestructible and cannot be broken like regular blocks. Surprisingly though, an end portal can actually destroy Bedrock when activated. We know an end portal can destroy Bedrock, but what about villagers, since they are entities and not blocks? If you place a bed inside the end portal frame and activate it while a villager is sleeping, the bed will be destroyed and the villager will disappear. However, upon entering the end portal yourself, you'll find the villager has been teleported into the end.